Hi, I am Claire. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For this week's video, I am going to be doing a black, white, and purple house in The Sims 4. So the idea for, or I guess the color scheme for this house didn't come until a little bit later. I just realized I haven't built a house in Oasis Springs in forever, and so I decided to do that for this video. So the color scheme came mostly from this wallpaper and me trying to be easy on myself and not have like a crazy color scheme or like just it was just simpler to do like white and black. But then I saw this wallpaper that you see in the living room, and that came from the base game, and I kind of like, ooh, let's do some purple into this space as well. And then I do kind of want to, I guess I kind of already have a series where it's like white and black and like another color, and so that's kind of what we're going with today. And so I wanted this to be a split level home because I've been watching a lot of unsellable houses on HGTV or Discovery Plus, and they do a lot of split level houses. This like main entryway is based off of a house I did in season 3. I'm not exactly sure what episode, but season 3. And so I do kind of want to do another split level home like this, maybe at the end of the month, and so we are just going to be adding some things from the Snowy Escape pack. My idea for this sim that lives in this house is they spent most of their life in Mount Criminality, the world that came with Snowy Escape, and they just moved to Oasis Springs to start their own life, like just like university and stuff, and so they have a passion for cooking and reading and making videos about cooking, and they want to be like a top level chef. And so we are just going to be making a office space right off of the kitchen, kind of like in the hallway of the entryway. And so that is, I wanted to put the office next to the kitchen so I can like write down some recipes or blog about recipes. And so we are just going to be adding some decorations into this little area. I wanted to do something fun with the wallpaper. I didn't realize this at first, but it's two different wallpapers and I wanted them to match, but then I decided to change the wallpaper in the living room, but this is fun. It was different textures, and so now we are going to be changing the railing on the stairs just to make it black instead of white, just because it's like a beam that you can see that's black, and so it just looks better to be black. And also the flooring is the flooring when you make a room. I just like change the color of it to be black just to have some consistency with the stairs. I don't like it when I do it when I have like the stairs and the flooring be different colors. I wish there would be an easier way to match the flooring to the stairs. And so now we are just going to be adding a dining room. I wanted there to be like a big dining room. This is also somewhat of a small house, and so I don't go for more than just 6 chairs around this table. I could have gotten a bigger table, but I didn't want the space to feel crowded. And that purple rug, I just put it down underneath the table, does get removed just because I was trying to keep this on the pack build, even though I wanted it just to be specific colors. I just had it like I only have 2 items from one pack, and the pack I chose was seasoned, and so that's like one of the more expensive packs. It's an expansion pack, and so now we are working in the kitchen, a very big space and important space for the sim since they want to be a master chef. And I did actually make a sim, so if you want to like read her description, watch until the end of the video. I have a little pop up from the gallery that you can read about her in. And so we are just trying to figure out cabinets. I didn't want the cabinets to like go over the window, so fortunately I had to get a smaller window. But I think that's okay. Still like get a view when you're doing the dishes, and so now we are just going to be adding some cabinets and just trying to figure out what else this space needs. I was trying to add some shelving just since there was like space, but instead of adding them in that space between the window and the cabinet, I'm just like, hey, let's put it on the window. And so that's where that ended up. And so now we're just going to be adding a sink. So like I said, you could do your dishes and look out at the lake behind you. If you want to put this on the same lot I did, I'm not exactly sure what name it's called, but it's in the upper left corner. And so now we are just adding an island space that has shelving in it from the Snowman Escape pack. One for the storage, two for the cook prep space. I really like the idea of your Sims cooking together, and since that's now a possibility, I wanted there to be a lot of space for this your Sim, to do that, and so we are just going to be adding some decorations into the corner here. Just kind of keep it out of the way, keep it like, oh, it's like go get spices, not so much like spices are in the way, and so now we're just going to be adding some plates to the shelving. I honestly sometimes don't like using these cabinets because I feel like every single spot needs to be filled. But using it as an island like this, I really liked. There's like still like ways to like pass through, and it has like places to obviously store stuff, and you can like move them up for your sim to use. And so now we are just trying to figure out some other like fun ways to add purple into the kitchen because there's not really that much purple in the kitchen. And to like add a microwave, we add a purple chicken, which is going to sound a little bit weird, but it's from the cottage living pack, and I wanted there to be like fresh produce for your Sims, and so I added a chicken coop. And so now we're just quickly going to be going into the bathroom. Like the kitchen doesn't have that much purple except for the towel and these curtains or blinds in the space, and those blinds are from the my first pet stuff pack, and so totally okay if you don't have that pack. I'm pretty sure those would just disappear along with any other packs you don't have, but you can still play in this house. And so now we are using this bed from City Living, and this spot is really cool. I like candy beds, and so even though that wood isn't black, I felt like it was dark enough that it like could be black maybe. And so now we are just back in the like main area of the space. I just tried to get out of the bed, and I'm like, oh wait, I forgot about certain items in the rest of the house, and so I wanted there to be like radio. I thought it'd be fun to have this like game box, or I don't know what exactly it says, but you can play games with that purple thing on the poof. Those are tables. I was imagining them some would be like like chairs, but so that's why I have a few of them like spread out in this living room space. And so now we are just going to be adding some plants, and I was just trying to fill in the space. I wasn't like, oh, this Sim's like a plant lover. It was just more like, how do I fill in this space? And so we do add a little flowers to the dining room table. I'm pretty sure that's from like the dine out pack, which I think is funny since it's like dining, and so I was like, oh hey, come to my house. It's basically a restaurant. And so now we're just adding a coffee table into the space, and I kind of thought it'd be fun to put the coffee table at an angle so it's like easy for your Sims to accessibly get into the couch area. And so you're just going to be adding some plants to it. I was trying to see if it looks good, like having it long ways, but like no, at a diagonal would be fun. And so now we are just going to be adding a little drone and a recording station so your Sim can vlog about their cooking experiments, and maybe they have like other stuff, like beauty or tech reviews. And so now we are just going to be adding a purple dresser because this is a purple house, and so I did want to add a few more pictures from the Snowman Escape Pack. I thought it would be fun, maybe this like reviews this movie that that came with the posters, and it's like there's one like good guy poster and one bad guy poster, and so now we are just going to be figuring out some lighting into the space, and that wasn't like the hardest part. It was just like, oh my gosh, there's a lot of purple options, and so I was trying to see all of them, make the best decision, and so I did also realize I didn't have a room or a light in that dining room, and so I wanted to add this like gray one to kind of keep it less purple, not like overwhelming purple, but I did size it up to have a little bit more of a statement, I guess. And so I wanted there to have a little bit of a candle area out here in the backyard. There's also, I'm going to be putting a grill and a few garden boxes out in the back, which I thought was kind of fun. Like I said earlier, the chicken coop, to have that like fresh produce in this Sims area or house. You don't have to like go out to get like ingredients. I do have two pepper plants already planted in this lot for you, so you don't have to worry about peppers. And so now we are just going to be adding some chairs. I wanted to add these like fish sculptures because, like I said earlier, when we were in the kitchen, we're right by the river, and so I thought it would be fun to have like fish sculpture to kind of be mimicking that area of where this house is. And so now we are just going to be adding those planter boxes. I do have this grill, just trying to keep it white. I didn't want to like use it in like the black swatch, just because this is Oasis Springs, it's a desert, it's hotter, and so now we are just going to be adding a few more details in the back of the house, trying to figure out what to put on this back wall. Should I do an art piece? Should I do like a watering can? Should I have a chair? Should I have a bonsai tree? And so I did also give the Sim a keyboard so they can have like musical interest, and so now we are just going to be adding a cross stitch thing since I'm using other items from the cottage living pack, and so we are just trying to make sure that pack is well used and loved. Going to be adding a chicken coop into the backyard, and going to be just rearranging a few items in the house. And so I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I post new videos every single Tuesday, so please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. That would be well appreciated. Comment down below what other builds you think I should do. And I also am now on Instagram, so make sure to follow me there to see screenshots of my builds and to see extra content that I'm planning on posting soon. So I hope you all have an amazing week, and I hope to see you all next week for another Sims 4 video. Bye!